Welcome to the Infertility Podcast. I'm Candace.
And I'm Daniel. Grab a biscuit because we've got the tea on all things infertility.
If you're enjoying the podcast, please give us a 5-star rating and leave us a review. This helps others find our podcast and get even more information about coping with infertility. Also, if you'd like to stay up to date with our story, you can follow me on Instagram at Operation Baby Bump.
Have a great topic for our podcast? Email us at thevanwades@gmail.com.
Hi everyone, it's only me. I am giving Daniel this episode off. He has been working really hard on his schoolwork, and he works full-time, and he's trying to finish up his bachelor's degree. So I figured I would just do this one alone today. I wanted to do a little pep talk episode. I know there's a lot about infertility that tears us down. It leads us in circles, it makes us fatigued, it drives us nuts. Am I right? I wanted to share some things that I've struggled with over the years, and maybe you can relate to these, and then I want to talk about some things we can do to move forward, feeling empowered and encouraged. The first thing that has really affected me over the years is shame. Shame comes mostly from our minds, but it isn't helped by the ill-timed and unwarranted pieces of advice from other people. Oh, bless your heart, and other comments like that give your broken heart reason to make you feel like your body is broken as well. Shame is a liar. It whispers in our ear that we fall short, that women around us are more capable than we are, that they're not broken at all, that they're able to have babies. But guess what? Those women are battling other things. I'm sure they feel ashamed about things too. Shame also makes us silent. What if we tell our coworkers how we really feel when we're asked in the morning in the elevator? Will they regret asking and never ask ever again? Maybe it wouldn't be such a bad thing to answer honestly after all. To combat shame, tell your story. This doesn't have to mean that you are interviewed by a reporter from the Daily Mail, okay? It could mean something as simple as opening up about a part of yourself. It could mean an anonymous blog. It could be something more bold, if that's your personality. What if someone you know is going through infertility as well, and they are ashamed? You could give them courage and support. Daniel and I have frequently talked about how we used to be really private, but adversity sort of forced us to be more open. I can't pinpoint where we started to be more open. I just think it happened and we evolved. The second thing that's really worn on me during my infertility struggles is bouts of depression. And I don't think I was ever clinically depressed. I just think I had bouts of depressive symptoms or episodes, whatever you want to call them. But the chronic adversity drained my battery. It was day after day of low energy and going through the motions. When I was in school, I would sometimes walk in a fugue state from one class to another and sit down in my seat wondering how I even got there. Has that ever happened to you? Sometimes I wouldn't even be able to go through the motions, and I'd hide away from everyone and everything. And the last thing that weighed on me during infertility was loneliness. Even though I had my beloved Instagram community that, for the most part, made me feel very safe and surrounded by love and support, there were times where the community I felt was passing me by. I'd see everyone else getting pregnant and doing one round of IVF and they get pregnant on their first transfer, and I didn't think it was fair. And I don't like that mindset because obviously they struggled. Obviously they're investing their money and their lives into becoming parents as well. So who am I to judge how quickly IVF works for them? But infertility makes you bitter, and it makes you compare yourself to other people. I felt like the community was progressing. Their lives were going on to the next phase. And I'm standing still somehow. And my life would not progress. But we can't carry these things around with us. The shame, the loneliness, the depression, they're too heavy. As humans, we have a threshold. So here are some things I want to remind you of. Number 1, you can do this. You can do this. You are capable of getting through this. You are strong. Do not let fear of the unknown undermine your ability to continue what you set out to do. Number 2, this will not last forever, I promise. I know sometimes it feels like this cycle is never ending and the failures keep coming and there is no end in sight, but it won't last forever. It will get better, I promise. Number 3, have compassion with yourself. I've said this so many times to people on Instagram and otherwise. Each day is a new day to be better and be a better version of yourself. Don't blame yourself for not having it all together today. Try again tomorrow. If you only watch TV and don't do the laundry today, that's okay. Forgive yourself. The laundry can wait. Try again tomorrow. Number 4, don't keep looking back. Reflection and rumination are two different things. Looking back to reflect on what you've overcome is a great way to empower yourself to move on. It gives you strength. But ruminating will keep you from seeing the possibilities of your future. I know in the beginning of this episode I talked about some of the major struggles I've faced, but I have to make peace with those things. I can't dwell on them. I hope that this podcast is a place of encouragement for you. I really hope it's a place where you can find someone who really knows what you're going through, and not a place that leads you to continue dwelling on the past. That is never my intention. So let's keep looking ahead and we'll keep going. Which leads me to number 5, keep going. Put one foot in front of the other. Get your umbrella out and keep going. If you need a break, take a break. You have to do what's best for your physical and mental health. But like I've said before, if you need a break, have a seat, but face forward towards what you've been searching for. Get back up when you're ready, but keep going. Number 6, never give up. What do you want? Really, what do you want? Answer the question out loud. Now that you've reminded yourself of what your goal is, go get it. What is standing in your way? Is it infertility and the failed treatments? I can understand that. But what if it's your doubt standing in your way? Be flexible in adjusting to what life throws at you. Be ready to pivot. Pivot. Does anybody watch Friends? But don't give up on yourself and what you set out to achieve. Look how far you've already come. Don't quit now. You might be thinking, but Candace, what if I can't take it anymore? What if I ultimately decide that being a parent is not what I want anymore? Are you saying I'm giving up? Did I fail somehow? Not at all. That's not what I'm saying. I asked you to answer the question, what do you want? Maybe what you want has changed from wanting to be a mom to just wanting to be happy. I've known many people to choose a child-free life, and guess what? That's as good of a choice as pursuing parenthood. Finding an alternate purpose in life is just as meaningful. As I wrap up this mini episode, I just want to say I am so thankful for everyone listening. This podcast has been an incredible outlet for me, and I know it has been for Daniel as well. We pray for you guys often. For those still waiting and struggling, for those who are expecting their miracle, and for those who are new to parenthood and feeling a little guilty because all you ever wanted is much harder than you imagined it would be. This community has been such a safe place for me to be known and accepted for who I am and all my flaws. I appreciate the friendships I've made, and I welcome new ones. If you ever need to talk to someone who understands, really understands, and you need that encouragement, slide into my DMs. I would be happy to remind you of just how capable you are of getting through this. Thank you for listening. I'm Candace. Night.